Here we are, a million stars floating over our heads.
What's up guys, Eternal here, and today I'm gonna show you how to play Ahri. This time the video is a bit different. This is a replay instead of gameplay because I simply forgot to record that. And the game was way too good to be ignored, so this is an exception to the rule. And actually this time I have the chance to speak about runes. So first there's Electrocute. This is great for laning phase, it's easy to trigger for Ahri, especially because she's a ranged champion and the cooldown is low, generally fits her playstyle the best because you want to burst down squishes as Ahri. Then there's Taste of Blood. It's a bit better than Sudden Impact because Sudden Impact works with your ultimate, while Taste of Blood can help you in trading better with the healing, especially in the matchup, like when playing against Lux and she can poke you. So here, as you can see, I'm trying to hit level 2 before Lux and I pushed her a bit, so she's actually losing the trade, took some unnecessary damage from minions. Here I'm doing additional auto attack to trigger Electrocute, and you should be going for such short trades. Just trigger Electrocute and try to hit your Q. Here, as you probably noticed, I used the Q when I saw that Lux is coming for the last hit, so you should be paying attention to this fact, and that way it's way easier to land your Q. Then there's Eyeball Collection, obvious choice. You get additional ability power. Ravenous Hunter has great synergy with your Q, for example, when you Q the whole wave. And also I tried the new Presence of Mind. Here I used Flash. She flashed my charm, was worth trying, and she's going back. So Presence of Mind grants you mana after takedown and actually adds up to your total mana pool. So I think that this new rune is great, and this is why I'm using precision secondary runes. As for the rest, depending on your matchup, you take Magic Resist and of course Adaptive Force, the best choice. Here I'm backing, and usually you want Lost Chapter if you have enough gold. Here I backed early, so I took Dark Seal. Dark Seal is good because you get additional mana with some ability power, but mainly it helps you in snowballing as you get some additional amount of ability power if you get a takedown. So now let's get to her skill explanation. On passive, whenever Ahri hits a champion with any abilities 2 times within 1.5 seconds, she gains 20% bonus movement speed for 3 seconds. So this is good when chasing. You do like Q, and Q on return alone can provide you movement speed, or Q with the charm. Sometimes when chasing you can press W. There is an auto target ability and it will help, so generally it's for catching up to your enemy. Then there's Q, you deal magic damage on the way out and true damage on the way back, so when the Q returns, true damage applies. Then there's Q, you deal magic damage on the way out and true damage on the way back, so when the Q returns, you deal true damage like in this moment. And it's really good against tanks, or if your enemy built so much magic resist and there was a kill, nice. You should be trying every time. So let's take a look here before I explain more. Well, that's funny actually. Here I tried to use minions to my own advantage and it worked out. So the important thing about Q: casting Q builds stacks. At 9 stacks, Ahri's next orb, which is her Q, will restore health for each enemy hit. And it scales with ability power, so the more AP you have, the better amount of health you can recover. And once your Q passive is loaded, you will notice that once your orb turns green, so then you want to Q the whole minion wave to get the best amount of health back. You know, it makes sense. Like here, this is the passive, as you can see, and now I healed a bit. This is ultimate, you have 3 dashes. And nice outplay. So, next. W. I tried to build some stacks, that's why I did Q here, and I wanted to help my jungler. So, as for the W, this is an auto-target ability, you deal magic damage. Enemies hit with multiple Foxfires take 30% damage from each additional Foxfire beyond the first, for a maximum of the damage based on ability power. So it's fixed. Then there's Charm. You deal magic damage and charm the first enemy hit, causing them to walk harmlessly towards Ahri for 1.4 seconds and immediately stopping any in-progress movement abilities. Enemies hit by Charm become vulnerable for 3 seconds, taking 20% more damage from Ahri's abilities. And this is really important. So first about E, it stops dashes. So for example here you can see there's Listen. If Listen casted Q on you and he's about to dash with the second Q cast, you can simply press Charm in his direction and the animation will stop, the damage won't apply. This is huge and this is really important. As for casting Charm during the laning phase, you can surprise your enemy by casting E right after taking enemy minion, so it will pass through combined with your basic attack. And of course it should be roaming. Of course here I don't have ultimate, so the roam is not that great, but it was worth marking my presence, especially because I pushed the wave first. So before roaming you want to push the wave to keep your enemy on the lane still, as your enemy probably wouldn't like to lose minions. Yeah, here the call was forced because, as you notice, minion wave was coming, so it was better for me to take minions first and then take blue buff, but since my jungler was waiting, I had to do like this. Okay, so don't forget that once you land your charm, your damage is increased. Okay, and clean with 3 dashes. You can really make plays, you don't have to burn flash. Like here I knew that I'm able to kill Lux before she would ult me. Okay, I actually turned off the fog of war for my enemy so that you can see the way I saw that. So I thought that Listen is there, I did Q, he was there actually, and nice, I got another kill. And let's back now. Like there's no point staying. So whenever you can, you want to hit your E on the enemy first in order to deal more damage from your other abilities. As for ultimate, you have 3 dashes. You dash at nearby enemies, dealing magic damage. The ability prioritizes champions. And you can use your 3 stacks within 10 seconds before your ultimate goes on cooldown. So here I'm doing so roaming. I thought that I can get close to make sure that I won't miss my charm, and hey, another kill, nice. With your ultimate you always need to think ahead of what you're gonna do, and I have the tip for you, especially for team fights. You don't always have to waste your ultimate at the start. Most of the times it's worth just casting your Q, E and W, like when targeting something that your allies do as well, and then once the teamfight goes to a state where most of your enemies are below 50% health, you finish them off with your ultimate, or when they are going for an escape. With your ultimate you can dash through walls, so that's really nice. Basically, unless you are not going for a pickup like with your charm and ultimate, you should be saving your ult to burst down squishies. And of course, if there are assassins or third jungler that wants to target you, you can save your ultimate to protect yourself, to reposition in a team fight. And that way it's better. Keep in mind that if you don't have ultimate, then your roaming can be risky, as you lack escapes if you just encounter enemy jungler, and here I died because I simply had no ultimate. Even though my allies didn't follow properly, it was my fault, of course, as I could have waited for my ultimate to go off cooldown and then it would be way different. Also there was a huge minion wave, so it was harder to land charm. There was Janna protecting. But I'm trying again, I'm trying to pressure other lanes, especially when the mid lane is being pushed. Like here, I had no way to miss it, so I threw charm in one direction and then Q in another, because I knew that one of my abilities will hit eventually. Here, like, misfortune is in really bad spots, so I'm just waiting. I'm pinging my allies to push the wave, so we can safely dive there. Actually, yeah, Lee Sin was coming, so I had to flash. So that's 1 for 1. Here I'm poking, the damage is great. Nuden's Echo is a great first item. Generally this build is 40% CBR, and that's the best for Ahri. And here I knew that I can close the distance and kill Lee Sin, so I did it like this. Here I'm greedy on Janna, she's confident, she even missed her shield actually, so I'm trying to make her think that I'm wasting my abilities, and then when she got closer I simply finished her off. I hear her, she got scared. And now I'm trying to get another kill. Nice. I use my ultimate so that Lee Sin won't kick me. Here I didn't have the range. As you notice in my playstyle, I'm just heavily roaming, trying to impact other lanes, as that's the key thing as Ahri to do. It's really important as Ahri to play your lane aggressively early on, so then you can get fed faster, so that your roam will be stronger. I'm building more magic pen. You don't always have to finish Morello. Sometimes it's worth skipping straight to death cap after this item, but here they have healing from Darius, Lee Sin and Janna, so buying Morello earlier was really mandatory. And as you can see, the damage of Ahri is really nice. And she's a great champion to climb your ranked games with if you are mid lane main, because she's so versatile. She's really safe, that's the most important thing. She doesn't fall off. She's really useful in all stages of the game. Like you can imagine, one charm can turn the game in favor of your team. Like, if you catch someone off late game, this can lead into taking Baron. And you can protect your allies with the charm, so charm is also good for the peeling. Like if you have games where you didn't get fed, it's not going the way you want, but your ADC did well, then it's worth just staying with your ADC and protect him. Like use charm on anything that wants to delete your fed ADC. It's not always worth diving with your ultimate in the teamfight. As I said, it's worth focusing what your team does, and that will help your allies in staying alive for longer. So generally the damage output in a teamfight of your team is going to be much better. So here's some overstay from us. Yeah, that lag skill was crucial and I'm gonna die. So simply I got so fat and I overstayed. The play here wasn't worth it because we weren't going to push the turret anyway, so why should we risk the throw, right? It's better to fight for something. It's always better to fight for objective. It's always better if your fight has a meaning. Of course you want to max Q first and then W second. You should be playing with Ignite every time, like... Okay, sometimes you can play with Teleport, but it reduces your chance to kill someone during the laning phase. So it's not that worth it. Ignite is perfect for her playstyle. She's a mage, but kind of played best as an assassin. You can see how low my cooldowns are at this point. This means that I can really impact this game. I took this CDR item. If you want to have 40% CDR, then you can get CDR boots or get that rune from Sorcery Tree, Transcendence. I like when they are grouped, so I can deal more damage, but here actually outplay, though I'm low on health, receive some healing, nice. And haha, pay attention here, you see, I stopped Listen's dash, and that's great, he got outplayed, and I'm still alive. I really have hate. I really have high kill participation this game. Now that's a free turret. And here I'm going for another kill. Chance of that. I was hoping that I might survive this, but again, this was only for some more kills as my team wasn't there, so we couldn't push more. At first I thought that I might kill Misfortune with ultimate and get away, or I believed too strongly that Ravenous Hunter combined with my passive will help me surviving this dive. But actually Darius has some additional magic resist. There's also a nice trick as Ahri called E-Flash. So you begin the charm animation, so your enemy might think like you are just using charm in the air, and then you flash. The charm goes from that spot where you just landed after flashing, and this can help you in picking up the kill. Maybe it's for the laning phase. More than for later stages. Here I used W because I was hoping that Lee Sin went another way, so my Q will grant movement speed and I can damage him anyway. Or I can provide myself movement speed from the passive with the W. That didn't happen. Okay, so priority here is the inhibitor, of course. And the charm was actually for Janna, not Darius. I was paying attention to her. And here we should be going back because we took inhibitor and we are not able to push anymore. But my team is actually staying. So I'm letting them know that it's not the right call. I took another kill, and since that happened, I actually went for some kills. Janna survived at really low amount of health, one basic attack. So here an overstay of my team, and I just wanted to help them since the team fight already started. But the important thing is that we took an inhibitor, so fine. Another team fight started, I took the kill. Even though Darius was really behind, now he is picking up kills. Trying to help Olaf. And here Ahri shines. So as you noticed, I saved my ultimate. And now I got a triple. So now thinking if we can finish the game or not, an obvious choice is Baron. Because Misfortune is not able to interrupt. And with Baron we are more likely to push as a team. Even if we took one turret from Nexus, it wouldn't be worth it, so better just going for Baron. But actually, that's a surrender, even though the animation was weird. So thank you guys for watching, hope that you enjoyed and hope that you learned something about Ahri. Leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time.